everyone! Good day! Sana okay kayong lahat ngayon na gumagawa ng inyong mga research project at napapanood nyo yung mga past lesson videos ko at sana nakakatulong sa inyo yung mga lecture ko tungkol sa paggawa ng iba't ibang parts at aspeto ng research. Now ngayon, maaaring ang iba sa inyo ay excited na kayo na gumawa or mag-conduct ng inyong qualitative research. Ibig sabihin, mag-gather kayo ng data to the methods of interview or a focus group discussion or even a document or a picture or a table analysis. Now in this lesson video, what am I going to teach you is how are you going to make your interview guide? So, ano ba yung interview guide? Kung sa quantitative research, meron tayong tinatawag na survey instrument, meron din naman tayong tinatawag na interview guide pagdating sa qualitative research. Kasi commonly ang tanong nyo, ma'am, pag kami ba ay mag-i-interview, kung ano ba yung lumabas sa bibig namin na tanong, yun yung tatanungin namin. Of course, on a systematic, a rigorous, and a complex research, dapat lagi kang prepare. Kaya dapat meron kang naihanda na interview guide para malaman mo rin kung gaano ba tatagal ang interview na ikakandak mo sa iyong participants. Let us first define what do we mean by an interview guide. An interview guide is a structured framework researchers use to conduct interviews, especially in a qualitative research. But bago ko ibigay yung key elements ng interview guide, siguraduhin nyo na nakaprepare na rin sa inyo ang yung tinatawag nating informed consent form. Ang informed consent form ay yung binibigay nating form sa ating participants bago sila mag-participate dun sa ating interview. Ano ba ang informed consent form? Ang informed consent form is a document used in research studies to provide potential participants with all necessary information about the study, ensuring that they understand the nature, the purpose, the risks, the benefits, and their rights before agreeing to participate. It's very crucial na kapag kayo ay magkakandak ng inyong qualitative research, sinusunod nyo yung tinatawag nating ethical standard para mag-guard ninyo or ma-protect ninyo yung rights nyo as a researcher at yung rights din ng inyong participants. So that later on, wala tayong magiging problema pagka na-analyze nyo yung data at subukan nyo i-publish ang inyong research paper, there will be no problems or hassles dun sa natapos inyong research project. Okay, so i-discuss na natin kung ano yung mga kasama or dapat laman ng inyong interview guide. Di-discuss natin sila isa-isa pero later on bubuin natin para makakita kayo ng isang buong example ng interview guide. So, number 1 na kailangan nyo i-consider is yung introduction. At part ng introduction, yung tinatawag nating purpose. So, pag sinabing purpose dun sa interview guide ninyo, dapat may laman yun na statement na ine-explain nyo kung ano ba yung dahilan kung bakit kayo magkakandak ng interview para sa inyong research study. So, ang example na binigay ko dito, good day, I am Maria Josefa Santos, faculty researcher from the University of Rizal System. I'm happy to meet you today to be part of the study, and then dun sa underline part, ilagay nyo yung title ng inyong qualitative research. This study aims to understand the experiences, challenges, and strategies like you ask. So kung anong type ng participant ba siya? Ano ba yung topic na hinihingi na kailangan mong makuha sa kanya? So kunyari, like you ask, an academician, a student, a working student, a single mom, or others. So yun yung ilalagay mo dun sa pinaka-first part ng iyong purpose. Ang pangalawa naman na laman ng introduction ay yung tinatawag nating confidentiality. You have to assure the participants or interviewee na merong confidentiality yung kanilang responses. So we might make a statement such, rest assured that the data obtained will be handled with confidentiality and will be used for the purpose of this study only. You have to state also that they have to feel free to share since their experiences will be instrumental in the success of the study. Pangatlo naman na part ng inyong introduction ay yung tinatawag nating consent. Pwede mong i-state sa iyong participants na I will be asking a series of questions to delve into your experiences. Please state your willingness or unwillingness to agree to take pictures and recording of the interview process. That is, if you want to ask the consent of the participant kasi magre-record ka at saka magtitik ka ng pictures. So, dapat bago mag-start yung second part ng interview guide mo or ng interview mo, nakuha mo yung consent nila na pumapayag sila dun sa proseso ng iyong interview. Ma'am, what if hindi sila pumayag? It only means that hindi mo po pwedeng ituloy ang iyong interview. The first part is the introduction. The second part of your interview guide will be warm-up questions. In this part, dapat ma-build mo yung rapport between you and the participants. I might suggest that you start with general, easy to answer questions para maging komportable yung participants mo. Pero part ng interview guide mo is yung mag-gather ka ng basic demographic or contextual information. So, ito yung example natin. Naglagay ako dito ng example na profiling of participants to establish RoboPhoto. This is based on your inclusion and exclusion criteria na naiset nyo bago kayo namili ng inyong participants. So, kung ako ay nag-interview at katapat ko yung aking participants, tatanungin ko itong mga bagay na to. Years of experience as academic leader, kunyari, that's one of your inclusion criteria, dapat papasok siya dun sa criteria na isinet mo at the beginning of your study. So, kunyari, sinet mo na dapat meron silang 3 years experience as academic leader. So, pag sumugot sila ng 2 years, ibig sabihin, they are not part of your study. Ganon din yung position handle, yung gender, yung name ng agency, or pwede mo rin silang tanungin kung napirmahan na ba nila yung kanilang informed consent form. Maaaring alam mo na napirmahan nila, pero this is only a confirmatory statement. And then you have also to ask them if they are willing to participate or not. Kasi maybe they have already signed the informed consent form pero they changed their mind and then nung kaharap mo na sila, ayaw na nilang mag-participate. So sa qualitative interview, hindi ito pilitan. So dapat willing yung iyong participant na i-share yung kanyang mga experiences para maging komportable siya sa pagsagot sa mga tanong. Yung pangatlong part ng iyong qualitative interview guide ay yung main topics and questions. So, i-reflect mo doon lahat ng mga central at sub-questions na meron ka. Ito yung mga main topics, i-address niya yung kung ano yung kailangan mong data para sa iyong study. In my past lesson video, I have discussed about making central and sub-questions. So, dapat ito yung nakalagay sa iyong interview guide. Sinabi ko din sa paggawa ng qualitative research questions na sa inyong statement of the problem, hindi nagre-reflect ang sub-questions. Kung hindi, yung mga central questions lang. Pero dito sa inyong interview guide, dapat lahat sila nakareflect. So, kunyari, ang study natin, ang title ay Exploring the Lived Experiences of Single-Parent Academicians Amidst the COVID-19 Pandemic. So, ano ba yung pinamina na pinag-uusapan natin dito? Ang pinag-uusapan natin dito ay specifically yung experiences nitong mga academician na single parent but on a particular scenario, and that is COVID-19 pandemic. Now, ito yung aking mga central questions. 1, how was the COVID-19 pandemic affected the professional lives of single parent academicians? Second, what challenges have a single parent academicians faced in balancing work and parenting responsibilities during the pandemic? At ang pangatlo, what coping strategies have single-parent academicians employed to manage their dual roles amidst the COVID-19 pandemic? These are my 3 central questions. Now, let's move on making our sub-questions. So, if I have the first central question, how has the COVID-19 pandemic affected the professional lives of single-parent academicians? Gumawa ako ng 5 sub-questions. So, di ba sabi ni John Creswell, you have to have at least 5 to 7 sub-questions for each central question. So, lahat ng 5 sub-questions na yan ay may kinalaman doon sa aking central question number 1. So, alin dyan, ma'am, as part of my interview guide, ang tatanungin ko sa aking participants? So basically, hindi mo tatanungin yung central question. As part of your interview guide, pag nagkahanda ka na ng iyong interview, ang tatanungin mo dyan ay yung nakalagay na sub-questions 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But let us just be reminded that these are called interview guide. On a qualitative research, there might be some questions that will emerge as you conduct your study. As you also conduct your study, merong evolution or pwedeng mag-evolve yung mga research questions na meron ka, depende dun sa emerging themes na nakikita mo. So does it mean, ma'am, na pwede pang mabago itong mga sub-questions ko? The answer is yes. But you have to have a record or recording of all the changes that had happened during the conduct of your study para madali sa iyo yung tinatawag nating trailing of documents. So dapat naka-record lahat ng mga ginawa mo at nangyari during the interview. Let us move with our second central question. What challenges have single-parent academicians faced in balancing work and parenting responsibilities during the pandemic? Part ng aking interview guide ay itong aking mga sub-questions. Kung mapapansin ninyo dito sa mga sub-questions natin, lahat yan puro exploratory. They are all open-ended questions. And as I have mentioned on our first central question, pwedeng mabago yan o ma-adjust habang kinakandak ninyo yung inyong interview. Ito naman yung ating number 3 central question, yung coping strategies ng single parent. How do they manage their dual roles during the pandemic? And then, again, I have made 5 sub-questions. Again, these sub-questions are open-ended but they might be changed during the course of your interview. So, lahat ito ay may kinalaman dun sa ating number 3 central question. Uulitin ko, itong mga sub-questions ang tinatanong natin during the interview. Hindi natin tinatanong yung ating central question. What is the purpose of this, ma'am? Para mas makakuha tayo ng rich data dun sa ating phenomena na gustong aralin o gustong malaman ng information. Kasi kung ang tatanungin lang natin ay yung central question number 3, we might be getting a limited data so we can explain the objective of our study later on. So that will be a limitation in the conduct of our study. Ang last part ng iyong interview guide ay yung expression of gratitude. So, wag nating kakalimutan na pasalamatan yung ating mga participants. So, kung tayo ay magpapasalamat, nakalagay din yan sa script natin or yung tinatawag nating interview guide. Nagbigay ako ng example dito. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to each of you for your invaluable contributions to this study, project, or research. Your participation has been instrumental in achieving what is that specific goal and has greatly enriched our understanding of what is the topic being studied. Your time, effort, and willingness to share your experiences have been deeply appreciated and have made a significant impact on the outcomes of this endeavor. I am not saying that you have to read this during the interview. This is a guide. Before your interview mag-start siya, dapat nabasa nyo na yung script ninyo. Kayo yung nakakaalam kung ano yung sequence, kung anong sasabihin ninyo, kung ano yung main ingredients na dapat nandun during the interview process. These are only guide. They might be changes later on as the needs arises. Okay, so ito yung example ng ating interview guide na pwede nyong magamit at pwede nyong maging reference pag gumawa na kayo ng sarili nyong interview guide. Pag kayo ay mag-i-interview, my dear researchers, hindi po pwedeng wala kayong bala pag susugod kayo sa gera. So, dapat lagi kayong prepare. Pinagsama-sama ko yung mga ingredients na sinabi natin kanina. Number 1 is yung introduction. So, ito yung introduction natin. Nailagay natin kanina yung introduction mo about your research, and then yung confidentiality na ine-ensure mo sa iyong participants, tsaka ina-ask mo yung willingness nila kung gusto nilang mag-participate. So, eto yung part na yon. Then, sabi ko, bago kayo mag-start ng inyong main questions, dapat mag-establish muna kayo ng background information. You can ask them by having general or easy to difficult questions para ma-establish nyo yung rapport. Huwag kayo kaagad magtatanong ng mga mahihirap na tanong the first time you face them. So, you have to build the rapport. So, these are the questions, and this information will be based on your inclusion and exclusion criteria set kung sino ba yung pipiliin ninyong participants. So, dapat nakaset na yung criteria nyo bago pa kayo mag-conduct ng interview. Tapos, nandito na yung main topics and questions natin. So, we have 3 central questions a while ago. Ito yung number 1. Tapos, ito naman yung iyong mga sub-questions na po pwede mong directly itanong sa iyong participants. So, iyan yun. So, we have 5. And then, ito yung ating number 2, central question. And then, we have also made sub-questions. The same with number 3, central questions. The last part of this interview guide is the expression of gratitude. So, nakalagay dyan, no, kung ano yung gusto mong pasalamatan sa kanila dahil nag-participate sila sa iyong study. So, once again, this is an example of an interview guide which you can use in your research project, more specifically, kung nandun ka na sa stage na kailangan mong mag-conduct ng interview. At dyan natatapos ang ating lesson video na ito. Kung nagustuhan nyo ang video na ito, please like, share, and subscribe. At paki-share siya sa ating YouTube community para kung kayo man ay natulungan ng lesson video na ito, maaari ding matulungan ang mga kakilala nyong researchers or yung mga co-researchers nyo or iba pang estudyante na struggling pagdating sa research, lalo na yung hindi alam ang gagawin pag magkakandak na sila ng interview. Always remember, we unlock insights to empower your minds. God bless everyone and see you on our next lesson video.